presented. Very simple actions which will demonstrate something that many persons think is wrong. Corporate social responsibility is very much considered a cost, and I can assure you that it is a great profit, and it brings productivity and it brings growth, and in terms of recession it is the worst thing to do to stop these actions, and because, as I will show you, it's very profitable. I will not go through the presentation because we are short of time, only if you can remark that we have 12,000 handicapped people, around 4,000 immigrants, and you will see that we do a lot of things related to corporate social responsibility, and that we are basing our growth since the last years in engaging employees, which at the end is productivity, and improving the environment, which leads these two things and the values to sell. Many companies today are buying because of this, and hopefully more and more many public institutions. Engaging employees is something that at the end brings you profitability. If you motivate people, if you train people and then you make them capable, this means that they are going to produce a much better service, do it quicker. It means that the customer will be more satisfied, and it will mean that you will have more profit and more growth. In our case, for example, I can tell you that in the last 4 years we have gone from enormous 10% absenteeism situation, which is, I think, quite normal, unfortunately, in Spain, to a peak of 5% last August. I am in the same business like you, in contract cleaning, 70% at least of it. And you know very well, like me, that 5% reduction on absenteeism is a lot, and it is money. It means you do not have to substitute people and pay extra charges for that. For us, investing in employees and making a responsible business means a differentiation factor. It is not something that you do from today to tomorrow, and I will show you several examples which will demonstrate that by investing in that you create a differentiation and a business that your competitors have it difficult to copy in the short term at least. You spoke of supervisors in the presentation before me, and we do exactly what they say. We invest a lot on supervisors, because if you want to impact your frontline employees, the only way, if you don't want to talk to thousands or hundreds of employees, is to train and make your supervisors service managers. When they are service managers, they are leaders, they treat people well, they know about environment ways of improving the service, they listen to the employee, they train in health and safety, etc., etc. When we decided to do actions for engaging our employees, this was the first, service managers, and I will talk a bit about this later. We have also a foundation where 3,000 employees donate every month the decimals of their salaries. So this foundation is financed by them, not by the company, and we help the countries of our immigrant employees. For example, number one immigrant employee group is Ecuador. Ecuador was the first where we invested, and then in Morocco, etc. We have an intense union relationship. They have participated since we founded this company 12 years ago in Spain in our conventions, in practically the whole convention, so we know each other very well. We have worked together very much. They are patrons of our foundation, and I would say that from then on we have an extremely good relationship. think of the pressure you have in your companies to reduce the number of employees when you have 10 or 15% cost reduction demand from public or from private companies, and think how easier it is if you have the unions on your side. You can talk peacefully. How can we do it? We reduce your 1 hour instead of dismissing people, and then you have no strikes, you have no problems. My colleague or my president from Aspen can certify that in these 12 years, and I touch wood, we have in these 12 years never had a strike in our company, and we have reduced a lot. We cannot reach 30,000 as I said, but yes, we can reach 200. In training that we do of 2 years, I will show you the subjects, and I will pass nearly all this. We have achieved something very important. Our supervisor is not supervising, he is a leader, he is a service manager. They ask for smaller vehicles, which are less polluting and cheaper. They wanted a uniform. They have now been trained in IT, so they can train employees, they can also learn about profit and loss. They are educated. These are the subjects, strange subjects for a supervisor, maybe you will think, but it's sales. They have management abilities, like emotional intelligence, negotiation, human relationship, conflict management, labor, legal things like labor law, contracts, payroll, and obviously IT. And we have a special program for environment conscious managers. If you look at these people, they are well dressed, they look like managers. This is our supervisor's graduation ceremony last year in a business school. We listen to the employee, and I will not go through that, of course, but it's very important to hear what the first line employees think of your company, and if they are satisfied, because satisfied employees is productive employees. Think of yourselves. When you go to work, if you're happy with the company, with your boss, with your capability, you work a lot. If you are not, you are lazy, you don't feel like going to work. If you have to stop at 5, you stop at 5, and if you're asked to do half an hour more, you don't accept it. It is the best differentiation, as I said before. It's something that gets into the culture of the company. It is effective. In the last 2 years, my company in Spain has grown. In Spain, remember, where we are one of the big countries and we have a lot of problems, but we are growing and we have a profit. The best profit in our history was in 2010, and this year, hopefully, we are ending with profit before interest and tax, EBIT over 6%. Much over 6%, to be honest, more than 6.5% in cleaning. This is the product we have sold, and I finish with this. It's a product based, we call it POCO. POCO in Spanish means less, but it's a game of words, you could say. It's a program for operational cost optimization. Very fast. We will not reduce quality, maybe the quantity. In some places, instead of cleaning 5 days a week, we clean 3 days a week, but we clean as well as always. It's based on environment, daylight cleaning, reducing, for example, plastic bags. In Telefónica, who is our first customer, we reduced, there are 15,000 people working in this building. Imagine 15,000 less plastic bags every day. Multiply this by 20 seconds. This is 2 persons a year that you don't need if you remove the plastic bags from your, sorry, not plastic bags, the dustbins removed. People now go to a central place. They then have to separate. This is tons. Multiply 15,000 by 200 grams or 250 grams. This is tons at the end of the year that now are separated. So it is saving money and it is saving environment. Ergonomics, you spoke about this also in the previous presentation. Daylight, for example, is improving the conditions of the labor. So if you put all these things together, and I have 1,000 examples, it's cheaper and it's better for the people and it's better for the environment and the society. So I hope that you will, or probably are already working on CSR, and that you will work much more. Thank you very much.
Very inspiring session based on an exchange of real experience.